Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and call the Davenport City Council meeting for January 24th to order. And I'll ask everyone to please observe a moment of silence. Thank you. I'll ask Alderman Kuhl to please lead all of us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Would the city clerk, Jackie, please call the roll?
Ambrose.
Here.
Condon.
Here.
Rawson.
Here.
Dickman.
Here.
Matson.
Here.
Grip.
Here.
McGinnis.
Here.
Kluhl.
Here.
Tompkins.
Here.
Dunn.
Here.
All present, Your Honor.
Thank you. And just so everybody's aware, Mayor Klipsch is in Washington, D.C. as we speak, advocating for the city, bringing back tons of money for us. So we'll see. I hope he didn't hear. That's a joke a little bit. But he is there working for us, so please thank him when you see him. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we begin this meeting of the City Council, I'd again like to welcome all of our attendees and those who are viewing the meeting on the television or on the internet. We respectfully welcome your comments and opinions. Please keep in mind that as you talk to the council, you're also sharing your thoughts with your fellow Davenporters and with viewers throughout the region by way of our TV broadcast. We are happy you're participating in your city government and ask that your participation reflect the common desire we all share to make Davenport an even greater place for all of our citizens. For the children, adults, seniors, and families in our community, those in attendance here and those watching at home, I thank you for joining us. At this time, we ask you to please turn off or silence your cell phones and any other electronic devices as they may interfere with our business here tonight. If you wish to address the council on a specific item that appears on a committee agenda, you are encouraged to do so during the committee. Tonight's the City Council, so last week we went through each of the committee discussion areas and talked about each one, and then the ones that we all agreed upon and are on consent, and we have one that you'll see later on in discussion. You'll have the opportunity to address the City Council also under the public with business portion of the meeting, which will occur towards the end. When addressing the council, I ask that you step to the podium, wait to be recognized by myself, and speak to the council as a body, not as a single member. You're asked to limit your remarks to more than 5 minutes, please. I ask that everyone please observe the commonly accepted rules of courtesy, decorum, dignity, and good taste. Thank you. Will an alderman please move approval of minutes of the City Council meeting for January 10th?
Second.
And there's a motion and a second. All in favor? Thank you. Any opposed? Good. Ms. Spiegel, is there any city administrator update this evening?
Just a reminder that we start budget workshops this Saturday at 8:30 here in the chambers, and that next week is a 5th Wednesday, so it's a free week.
So we work, but it's free. So good. All right. So anybody, if you heard that, this Saturday, operating budget. The Saturday after that, the capital improvements. So if you're really interested in how we spend your money and the discussion that we all up here have with our staff and others, please come down here and we'll be sitting at this table, and you guys are welcome to listen and see what we do and how we discuss the budget. So thank you. And thank you to Brandon and his staff and everyone in the staff for putting the booklets and all that stuff together. So will someone move the report of the committee, the whole report of January 17th? There's a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. There are a few appointments this evening. We have 3 to the Affirmative Action Commission. I'll read the 3 and then ask for a motion to approve. Jasmine E. Newton-Butt is a new appointment. Ari Johnson is a new appointment. And Christina Hester is a reappointment. Is there a motion to approve those appointments? A motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Very good. There are 2 presentations for this evening. Student recognitions for Davenport West High School, National Student Leadership Academy. So I'll read 2 West High School students, Alicia and Ryan Schrader. They're here tonight. They were selected among an elite field of only 16 students statewide to attend the National Student Leadership Academy in Washington, D.C. this past November. They represented Iowa Jobs for America's Graduates, or IJAG, a class which they participate in at their school that prepares students for careers and leadership in their community. While there, they met hundreds of Job for America graduate students from across the nation, attended leadership workshops, competed on the national level, met with senators and JAG business partners, and saw, of course, our nation's capital. Thank you for representing our community at this important event, and congratulations, Alicia and Ryan. Second, and I'll ask you to come up here in a moment, one of our seniors from West High, Spencer Philman, good to see you again, who made it all the way into the semifinals and then the final rounds in the spontaneous speaking at Dowling Catholic Paradigm. The Dowling Paradigm is one of the largest speech tournaments in the region, with students from 13 states and 81 schools participating. Spencer was only one of only 3 Iowa students to even move on to the finals, where he placed 6th for the entire Midwest region. Congratulations. And if you guys want to come and meet me, and I'll present your certificates up here. I'm new at pictures, so ready? So first, Alicia, congratulations, very nice job. Ryan, congratulations, very nice job. Spencer, good to see you again. Good job. All right. So pictures, yes, I'll stand. You too. All right, good job. Thank you. Let's give these guys a round of applause. So again, as you see, you know, Davenport, we're very proud here at the City Council to recognize some of our students. In almost every other meeting, I think we're recognizing someone. So just another great example of the wonderful work that our students do in our schools. Thank you. Next is petitions and communications from council members. Is there any council members? I'll start off with Alderwoman Dickman in potential community engagement updates.
Thank you, Your Honor. I wanted to let everyone know that we're working on bringing in more youth into understanding the political process. And so if there are any after-school programs that you think would benefit from spending an afternoon here at City Hall and learning about all the things that the city does, please let me know. I've reached out to some groups already, but I want to make sure I don't miss out on extending an invitation to anyone who would enjoy. So that's all for me.
Thank you. Alderwoman McGinnis.
Thank you. Just wanted to remind everybody, since we're not having City Council next week, that the next third ward meeting will be on Thursday, February 8th, and that's at 6:30. It's a new downtown location for us. It is the community room at the Davenport Police Department. And we're going to have a couple of presenters. One is someone from the Downtown Partnership talking about a new lighting plan for downtown, which is very exciting. And we're also going to be talking about opportunities with our new Scott County Community College urban campus. And there's lots of scholarships and ways that they can help folks pay for classes and those sorts of things. So we're going to be talking about that. There also is an open house this Friday at 12:30 for the new campus, and this is the campus that's just opening up at Main Street and 3rd. That's a very exciting project, and so that is at 12:30 on Friday. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Alderwoman Rawson.
Thank you. I just wanted to announce, since we do have a free week next week, that first Tuesday in February, I will have a ward meeting at 6 o'clock at Madison Elementary, and we have exciting topics planned. I will be covering urban revitalization and the fiscal year 2019 budget. Woohoo! So if you want to talk about either one of those topics, please show up. Everyone's invited to attend. And if anyone wants to see the guest speaker list for at least 5th Ward, my meetings are open to everyone. You can grab one of these from me after the meeting. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Alderwoman Tompkins.
Thank you. Just wanted to share that I also have a ward meeting, excuse me, on Monday at 6:30 at KSI, and it's certainly open to the public, and the topic is the 74 bridge. So we have somebody from the Iowa Department of Transportation will be there to present and answer questions. So if you're interested, please join me. Thanks.
Thank you. Alderman Kluel.
Yes, I'd just like to announce the first 6th Ward meeting of the new year will be held from 6 to 7:30 at the Eastern Avenue Library. The primary topic of discussion will be Costco. There have been some new developments with Costco, and we want to make sure that the public remains informed about what's going on there, and also the opportunity to answer any questions that you might have. Speaking will be Bruce Berger, Community Planning and Economic Development Director, and also Brian Schatt, Traffic Engineer. That will be the primary topic of discussion. If we have time, we'd also like to provide an opportunity for people to ask questions about Elmore Corners. We had a neighborhood meeting this last Monday, and there may be some folks who went home and said, well, I've got a question that I didn't ask at the time, but I've got it now, so it's another opportunity to get that in there as well. So that's it from me.
Thank you. Alderman Ambrose. See, I didn't forget you.
Thank you, Mike. You're doing a great job. You know, just following up with our great youth recognitions, you know, unemployment right now in the city of Davenport is under 4%, and it's probably the lowest unemployment has been in the history of Davenport. And it's a great opportunity for many of our young people, along with everybody else, you know, to find a job and start a career. And then for spontaneous speaking tournament, you know, I think of my friend Mike Manson, who's very spontaneous when it comes to speaking, but Spencer's going to have a great future in politics if he wishes to go that way. Thanks.
Thank you. And Spencer was a RTC cadet. That's what I know. So. All right. Thank you. Anyone else? Very good. All right. So the first item on our agenda under discussion, I guess the only item, there's a motion approving a noise variance request for the Dam View Inn, 410 East 2nd Street, St. Patrick's Day celebration, Saturday, March 17th, 8 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. It's for outdoor music over 50 dBA. Is there any public with comment? Okay. Is there any Alderwoman Rawson?
Yes, thank you. So I just want to provide an update for everyone that's here and listening, as well as my colleagues. We did have a meeting today at 4:30 with the owner of Dam View Inn, as well as the manager. Chief Sikorsky was also present, along with Mallory Merritt, myself, and Alderman Condon and Alderwoman McGinnis, whose ward Dam View Inn is in. And we had a very wonderful conversation. It was very productive about their event coming up at St. Patrick's Day. So what we ended up, what came out of that conversation was that Dam View Inn actually will be moving the outdoor festivities inside at midnight. So that's item number one. I'll circle back to in a second. The second thing is they've also added enhanced lighting and cameras to their property to enhance the safety and security of their patrons. And for security at their event, they have 4 security guards at the back where the tent will be. They will have 2 security guards in front, and that's in addition to 2 off-duty police officers that will also be in attendance. So that's 8 total security personnel that will be there on site. So I think the conversation we had, that's what we came out with. So do we need to do anything special, moving the time to 12 midnight as opposed to 1:30?
Do we need an amendment to that?
We don't need anything special for that, do we?
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. The variance is till 1:30.
Right.
I suppose if you want to restrict them to the midnight, you should probably make that amendment.
Well, and that's based on the conversation we had today. That's what they do. They plan on doing, so they're fine with that. So,
Okay, so unless somebody else wants to talk, I'll ask for a motion on the original motion and then a motion for the amendment.
she just
Woman. Okay, so I'll ask for the motion to move the first agenda item, which we just spoke on. Is there a motion for that? Motion and second, I hear it. Okay, now is there a motion for the amendment from 1:30 to midnight? So there's a motion and a second. Okay, do I need a voice vote? Can I do a voice vote for the amendment? Or do I need a roll call?
It's a roll
Okay,
call.
Jackie, roll call, please. For the amendment from 1:30 to 12.
Rawson,
Yes.
Dickman,
Yes.
Mattson,
Yes.
Grip,
Yes.
McGinnis,
Yes.
Cluel,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Condon. 10 yeses, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, so we've changed the time, and now, is there any other discussion from council members? Okay, I'll ask for a roll call on the original.
Dickman,
Yes.
Mattson,
Yes.
Grip,
Yes.
McGinnis,
Yes.
Cluel,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Condon,
Yes.
Rawson.
Yes.
10 yeses, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, now the next item is approval of all items on the consent agenda.
The consent agenda.
Okay, the motion is second. Any discussion from public? Okay, Alderman? All right, I'll ask for a roll call, please.
Mattson,
Yes.
Grip,
Yes.
McGinnis,
Yes.
Cluel,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Condon,
Yes.
Rawson,
Yes.
Dickman.
Yes.
10 yeses, Your Honor.
Thank you. And now the next item is are there any other ordinances, resolutions, or motions for this evening? Seeing none, okay. Is there any public with business? If there are, please come to the podium, state your name, ward, or address, and you have 5 minutes.
DJ Burke, First Ward. I'm also the Chief Steward for the Teamsters 238. I represent 174 hardworking women and men that are the foundation for the day-to-day operations for our community. They plow and repair our streets. They pick up your garbage and recycling. They keep your sewer and storm flowing. They treat your wastewater. They produce the finest compost available. Many of them behind the scenes are such as forestry, signals, signs, and mechanics. We are requesting that the council champion a resolution that I have in front of me, which place it on the agenda for support and pass it. I thank you for your service to the city of Davenport as well.
Thank you.
I'm not sure. This is my first rodeo, so
You
I'm
can
not
hand
sure
it to
what
our good clerk, Ms. Holochek, and we'll certainly consider that.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else from the public that would like to speak on any item or anything? Okay, going once. Hearing and seeing none. All right. Are there any other reports of city officials? I know we have a civil service certification list. All right. Will an alderman please move the list? Is there a second? Okay, motion second. All in favor? Any opposed? Very good. Jackie, we got that. Okay. Now, will an alderman please move to go into executive session to discuss strategy with counsel in matters involving litigation pursuant to Iowa Code Section 21.5, 1C, and for the purpose of discussing strategy for upcoming labor negotiations with the city's organized employees pursuant to Iowa Code Section 20.17, Part 3. So moved. There's a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Grip,
Yes.
McGinnis,
Yes.
Cluel,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Condon,
Yes.
Rawson,
Yes.
Dickman,
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
10 yeses, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're going to leave here and go to executive session. We will not return. We will leave from executive session. We will not return here. Thank you for this evening and your wonderful participation in our local government.
Ray, do you want one of these now?
City Council, no lollygagging.